hour and a half.
No, it will be rowdy. So thank you for showing your support to these heroes. As they move into turn number 1, we direct your attention to the starter stand. Our Grand Marshal getting ready to wave the green flag, Amy St. Ange. So she is ready for action. We are ready for action. And ready behind the microphone, coming after a successful appearance at the Musket 250, he is ready for the grand finale of 2019, Joe Koss.
Field rolls down into turn number 3, looking for the green flag this time. Justin Bonsignore on the inside lane. It's Andrew Krause, the pole sitter, who will command the start as they come up off turn number 4, looking for the green flag. Amy St. Ange atop the flag stand, ready to turn him loose here in the Sunoco 150. Field comes off turn number 4, and the green flag is out, and we are underway on World Series weekend.
And Bonsignore already on a mission in car number 51, but here comes Krause. Got some lift off the second turn, and he moves into the lead.
Andrew Krause saying, what championship battle? I'm going after the lead. Here is Krause to lead him up off turn number 4. Bonsignore right behind him. Krause gets sideways off the turn. That leads Bonsignore to feather that throttle ever so slightly and settle into the second spot.
Getting a little rambunctious on the inside is Doug Kobe, as he is fighting it out with Emmerling for the number 3 spot. Bonsignore perched on the back bumper of Krause. He takes it down low as he tries to whirlwind his way underneath Krause and move into the lead.
Bottom of turn number 1, Bonsignore on the 51 goes wheel to wheel with Andrew Krause. Krause steps up to the high lane of the racetrack. He's got momentum to the side, and it'll work to his advantage into turn number 3. So Krause holds on to the top spot. Then it's Justin Bonsignore, Patrick Emmerling, and Doug Kobe, your top 4.
Silk left behind them, and Craig Lutz has moved into 6th place. So 2 cars pulling away from the pack. Krause and Bonsignore. Pastriak is stuck on the inside. He is losing some ground and now makes a lunge at Timmy Salamito trying to pick up a spot.
A pretty aggressive move early on by the 75 of Chris Pastriak to dive down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Meanwhile, up front, Bonsignore going back in the attack, trying to find a way around that 24 of Andrew Krause. This time they're deadying it off the end of the back straightaway into turn 3.
And he makes a lunge, and it will be Justin Bonsignore. He will be leading.
Trouble, turn 4, the 75 goes around. It's Chris Pastriak off the front number of the 16, Timmy Salamito. Pastriak is able to continue on, spun it without hitting anything through the grass, comes back up to speed, but a caution flag is out for the 75 who went spinning down through the infield up off turn number 4. It all started when Chris Pastriak, making some very aggressive moves in the early part of this race, got up off turn number 4, came across
inside or outside, and most of the time the leader will pick outside, but they go against the common strategy. We'll see what happens to Bonsignore.
I think that may change throughout the day. As Doug Kobe said earlier in a pre-race interview, he said at the end of the race, I'm probably taking the bottom because that's probably a safe place for me. But right now, it's not about being safe. It's about being aggressive at this point in the race and controlling the pace. We'll be 10 laps in when we get the green flag. Justin Bonsignore is the race leader on the outside lane of the racetrack as we come down to the green flag, and we're back underway.
Silk explodes like lava out of a volcano. He moves into second, right behind the back bumper of Bonsignore.
Here comes 85 Ronnie Silk, and he's got help from the 16 of Timmy Salamito up the top side of the racetrack. So it's now Bonsignore, Ronnie Silk second. Third now belongs to the 16 of Timmy Salamito, and don't look now, how about that pink and black, number 36, that's Bobby Santos.
And Andrew Krause is faded from 1st to 5th. As he has lost 4 possessions since it started. Kobe is right behind him in car number 2, and then Woody Pitcat in the black number 1 car. But it is Bonsignore getting an early challenge from Ryan Silk.
Here they come back out into turn number 2. Bonsignore, Silk. Silk's had a really good season here this year as well with that Kevin Stewart number 85. You go a little bit deeper in the field, you see some good action. Woody Pitcat starting to carve his way through the field in the 1 as he works over the back bumper of Doug Kobe.
As we have a mess, about 8 cars involved. In the middle of that is Bertuccio in the 12, and we have a traffic jam.
Boy, it might be easier to list off who wasn't in that wreck than who was. Left rear tire had gone flat. Pete, what happened?
Well, that's what they're trying to figure out. They got the tire here. They got 3 or 4 guys looking at it, trying to figure out what would have caused it to go down, looking all over it. And so therefore, they haven't figured out yet whether he ran over something or what the be, but they got the tire out there and everybody's looking at it, trying to figure it out. That was an interesting situation there to have him come in early, but luckily, because of the caution, he's able to come in and change a tire without losing a lap.
So, Pete, that puts Doug Covey back in the 28th position, exactly where he doesn't want to be. He's deep in the field, 40 cars on track, and things could change quickly for Doug Covey in his championship chase. Justin Bonsignore trying to seize and capitalize on the struggles for Doug Covey. Contact Covey. He gets into the side of the 22 with Gary McDonald on the back straightaway and nearly went down through the infield grass.
And he looks strong now. It was Bonsignore in car number 22, the car in front of him, and Covey able to get by him as he is able to get by Catalano, and a pretty good recovery by Covey. Remember, now the yellow comes back out. Doug Covey, he wanted to be at least in the top 14, so I think his strategy just went out the window, and now he will come up with a different game plan as that car now is behind the wall. So nothing went right for the first 20 laps for Patrick Emmerling, and you could put Doug Covey in that same category because he was in the upper tier of the field, and now he is in the bottom of the field in 25th place, looking to dig himself out of the hole. And I think he has to be very patient.
Yep.
If he makes a drastic move now, the whole season could go crumbling in front of him. Patience, I think it will be the ally of Doug Covey.
And he's got to be careful here. He said in pre-race, I don't want to restart on the outside if I don't have to. He's on the outside now. Green flag about set to come out on the front row. It's Bobby Santos and Justin Bonsignore as we get the green. It's clean as they come through the start-finish line. And here comes Santos digging on the bottom.
But a great move by Bonsignore as he was launched back into the lead. Ronnie Silk underneath Woody Pitcat. That is a fight for third place. They fire ball their way off the corner, and it is Pitcat to hang on to third by his toenail.
Well, Woody Pitcat's making that Eddie Harvey number 1 car look really good here today. Running in the 3rd spot, teamed up with his team midway through the season. Right behind him, Timmy Salamito in that 16 car, coming right on through to slide into 4th.
And right behind him, making some noise, that is 46 of Craig Lutz. So he is off to a great start. He is doing well in every race here at Thompson this year. So Doug Covey trying to dig himself out of a pretty big crater, but it is Bonsignore doing what he needs to do. Not only does he need to win, he would also like to lead the most laps so he could get a bonus point there.
Right now that's working to his advantage. So look at Doug Covey a little further back. Single file among most of the top 10. Covey is right behind guys who are 2 and 3 wide. Where does he go? He looks to go to the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to follow J.B. Portman on through and see if he can sneak past Kyle Silver and some of the others that are running back there around 20th and 25th. Covey right in line off turn number 2, and they are still side by side ahead.
Covey is 23rd, and he needs to get in the 14th to put a padlock on the title. Good battle between Timmy Salamito in the 16, Ronnie Silk in the 85. Silk almost tried to get underneath him. One guy who's moved into the top 10 we haven't talked about, Eric Goodale, as he is in that nuclear color, number 58. Matt Swanson has been steady in car number 3. Swanson is currently running 8th.
Swanson having a solid day, trying to maintain the top 5 championship point standing. Doug Covey deeper in the field, gets by the 5 machine, sneaks underneath him, and slides into position here. Now he'll have to set his sights on Kyle Silver, who's right ahead in that white and red number 95. Meanwhile, Ronnie Silk has a lane down to the inside of Timmy Salamito down in turn number 1. He'll take the spot away.
And Doug Covey moving in on Silver. That is a fight for 20th place. And Covey almost got underneath him, but then Soper had some giddy-up coming out of turn 2.
Covey will try it again. One of the challenges for Covey is that ahead of him, the 06 machine of Sammy Ramey, who's got a lot of experience at this racetrack through the Modified Racing Series, is carving his way through the field, but he's kind of hung up with Blake Barney right now in the 14 car, so Kobe's got to sit there and ride. Now there are 2x2 ahead of him still. This time it's Soper and Ramey going at it. When Kobe looks in the rearview mirror, they're 2x2 behind him. He's got nowhere to go.
Barney came close to hitting the wall on the backstretch, and Kobe does not want to get into the middle of that. Up at the front, Bonsignor, he is able to expand his lead over Bobby Santos. Pastriak is making a move against Robbie Summers. Remember, he was in 4th or 5th place when he ran into some trouble and wound up on the infield grass. So Pastriak right now is in 15th place.
Most of Byfield on and off pit lane as we continue to keep an eye on the battle mid-path. We got the 64 of Robbie Summers getting sideways in the highway of the racetrack. That allows Sammy Ramey to get through. Kyle Soper gets through. Got Doug Kobe. He's trying to follow them through in the bottom of the 2 car. He gets by both Summers and Blake Barney pretty quickly, but he's still behind Kyle Soper down to the back straightaway. Kobe looking inside in turn 3.
And Kobe bounces underneath that 95 of Soper. And this time, he might have found the solution as he is able to scamper his way underneath the 95. Let's see if he can clear him. And he will be able to do it. So Doug Kobe now moves up into 18th place.
Kobe working his way through the field. Still not in position to win the championship here just yet. Still 35 laps in. A long way to go. But he's got to get out of this stuff if he wants to be able to move forward and have that track position. He's got to carve his way through the field pretty quickly. Finally gets underneath Sammy Ramey on the back straightaway. And Kobe will be able to dispatch him. And then he's got Tyler Ripkemo right ahead of him in that white and black number 32. He'll continue to run on the bottom side of the racetrack and try to make the inside lane work as he continues his march now inside the top 20.
If he can get by Ripkemo, and it looks like he does, he is 16th. The magic number for Doug Kobe is 14th. 14th or better, and he would put a grip on the championship. So he needs to get 2 more positions, and then he can breathe a sigh of relief. Right now, breathing heavy is Justin Bonsignor, who's been the dominant factor, and Bobby Santos has been keeping him honest. Pastriak is on a mission, and now he moves near Anthony Nocella. That would be a fight for the top 13.
Keep an eye on that battle side by side. Meanwhile, up on turn number 1, smoke everywhere. A couple of cars involved.
Kobe able to get through it.
So Kobe gets through. It's the 92 car of Anthony Nocella who went around, and boy, went up in a big plume of smoke. Getting down in field rolls up off turn number 2. Lights are out atop. The pace car means we'll go racing next time through. There'll be 48 laps complete when we get the green flag. The race leader continues to be Justin Bonsignor on the outside. He's the control car on the restart. He's got to be the guy that decides when the race starts within the restart zone. And that's the cone that's on the front straightaway on the wall just as they come off turn number 4. That's where Bonsignor can fire, somewhere in the vicinity of that marker as they come up off turn number 4. Bob Slade atop the flag stand gives him the green flag. Justin Bonsignor off and running into a perfect start and he'll lead him down to turn 1.
Yeah, might have got a helping hand from Craig Lutz. And now Lutz moves into 2nd, gets by Santos. Here comes Salamito. He moves into 3rd. What will Lutz do? As he looks for racing room down low against Bonsignor, who is holding him off for the time being.
Here's the battle now for the race lead, settling down for a moment. Bobby Santos is on the front row. He's now slid back to the 5th spot, right in front of the machine who's running in the 6th spot at the moment, and that is in the form of Ronnie Silk. On the back straightaway they go, side by side behind that. It's Swanson working the inside lane, trying to pick up more ground.
And here is Kobe trying to get by the 70. He is having a hard time doing that. Now he's working against Joey Muchacharo, and Kobe clears the 47, going after the 70. And it is Kobe dead even with Derek Seppian. And Kobe, did he make it to the top 14? He did. So he is where he needs to be in order to rack up a championship.
Dylan Seppian, no slouch, experienced young driver. Former winner of the Islip 300 a few years back. Riverhead Raceway, Long Island. Taking a stab at it here in the Wheeler Modified Tour at Thompson. And he now is starting to fall back a little bit. Doug Kobe gets on through. Kobe's got a fast race car. He's now working to the inside of Andrew Krause, trying to pick up 13th here on the back straightaway.
Well, he wasn't faster than Andrew Krause yesterday. Let's see what today brings. A pretty good move underneath by Kobe. Got a good bite coming off the turn, and he puts it to use, and he's trying to laser beam underneath Krause. Krause is a tough customer.
Krause is good. We talked about it. 7th in the Bud 150. Up front, pressure in the form of Craig Lutz. Justin Bonsignor leading the way. Craig Lutz, he's got the confidence of that first win at one of the biggest races on the Whelen Modified Tour schedule, and that's the fall final at Stafford Speedway. And Craig Lutz is putting on the heat. Bonsignor holding on to the top spot, but maybe not for long because Lutz is there.
And Lutz has run a lot of laps this season at Thompson, trying to lead now, lap 55. But Bonsignor has too much energy. It is Pitcat leading the next group. Kobe has gotten by Chuck Hosfeld. So Doug Kobe now has climbed into 11th place.
Battle just outside the top 2, pretty racy as well. Timmy Salamino trying to hold off Bobby Santos. Santos, remember, fell back to 5th on the restart. He's trying to make up for lost ground. Meanwhile, trouble turn 2, Andrew Krause in the 75 car. Chris Pastriak getting together. Caution flag is out for the 4th time. Working together, getting wins. They're on the front row, and they've got a really quick race car here approaching the halfway point, showing that last week's win was not a fluke. This team here around to stay, gaining a lot of respect among the Whelen Modified Tour teams.
And what enabled Lutz to get that win 2 weeks ago? His skill on restarts. So he'll try to use that weapon against Justin Bonsignor, as when they hit the line, we will be on lap number 62. Doug Kobe starting on the outside of row number 6 in 11th. So we'll see how cautiously or how aggressively Kobe chooses to play it now that he is inside the top 14.
Field comes up off turn number 4, green flag displayed. And another good start by Craig Lutz. Hard to work on the bottom lane, but he's going to keep Justin Bonsignor honest. They get down to turn number 1. Bonsignor's got the top spot, but here comes Lutz digging on the inside lane.
And digging along with him, Timmy Salamino in car number 16. The natural swoops off of turn number 4. Can Salamino get into second? Yes, he can. And Silk is trying to follow his example.
Salamino is a man on a mission today. He's driving not only for the win today, but he's driving for a chance to drive next year. He's still looking for a ride. This is his job interview today. Car number 16 riding there in the 2nd spot, haunting the Holtzville, New York driver, Justin Bonsignor, who's out in front.
So this is an audition for Timmy Salamino, as well as trying to get a win. And now he drops back a bit, opening the door for Ron Silk. Here comes Silk, as he is able to bullet his way into second underneath Salamino. And Lutz settles into 4th with that 5th. What about Kobe? He has moved up to the top 10.
Working on the inside lane of the 58 of Eric Goodale on the back straightaway. Side-by-side battle for the moment, but Kobe has to roll trouble. It's Kyle Bonsignor who goes around in turn 3, collects the Calvin Carroll number 25. Caution flag is out. Everybody continues on, but the 25 car has got the right front knocked off of it as turn number 3 continues to be the tough spot here today. Caution flag is out. We'll talk more about Ronnie Silk a little bit later on in the race, but this 85 car was destroyed in the Musket 250 up at Thompson, or at New Hampshire, I should say. They had to put a front clip on it, a rear clip on it. When it came here, it hadn't yet been tested. They had built this car new for that race in September, got it put together, and boy, you wonder sometimes when a car gets wrecked that bad at a racetrack that big, whether or not you can put it back together the first time and put it back right. And they did. This car came prepared. It looks pretty racy. Already a multi-time event winner here at this racetrack is Ronnie Silk in that 85. He's got a knack for this racetrack, and he's out in the front row.
And let's see what kind of bite he can get. Great getaway for Bonsignor. Trying got shoved from behind by Craig Lutz. Bonsignor resumes his reign at the lead. Here comes Lutz. Lutz is back into second.
powers his way into the number 2 spot. That moves Ronnie Silk back to 3rd, working the inside lane, Salamito. And here comes cracking the top 5, Max Swanson. Swanson races his way around Salamito on the outside lane, but Salamito sticks the nose underneath in turn 2.
And here is Swanson as he is able to blur his way into the top 4 and try. Now Kobe has gotten by Goodale, and he is now in 9th. So Kobe marching up toward the front. Lutz trying to give Bonsignor something to think about. And the driver losing momentum right now is Bobby Santos in the 36.
Backpedaling on the inside lane, but not to worry. That's Santos' strategy. Stay inside the top 5 or 10 and let the race come to you. Track conditions are changing quite a bit. Behind them, here's Doug Kobe. This time he's working the outside lane, trying to protect the spot away from Eric Goodale. Goodale's been working the bottom, and that's where Doug Kobe has liked to be for a majority of this last 30 or 40 laps or so as he's tried to slice his way through the field. They're still side-by-side coming up off turn 4.
And it is still Goodale. A little Bravo coming off the turn number 4, but nothing that harmed him. Making a run in car number 82 is Chase Dowling as he is going after. The 16 is Salamito. Right behind him is Santos. A bold move on the inside for Sammy Remo in the 06, but he can't screech underneath Tommy Catalano.
A little bit deeper in the field, just behind the barrel. We're keeping an eye on here between Doug Kobe and the Goodale machine, working around the outside lane. The 47 of Joey Muchacharo having a strong run here, now sliding into 10th spot. Muchacharo is a driver who is involved in that incident that we had with 8 cars up in turn number 3. He was able to get that car moving again without a lot of damage. It is ahead of Doug Kobe in turn 2.
And now Rob Summers on the outside, giving Kobe a problem. So Kobe has dropped back. He was as high as 11th. Now he is 13th. And Muchacharo trying to take a position away from him. Up at the front, the script remains the same. Bonsignor in his hip pocket is Craig Lutz. In 3rd is Silk. But the man with a lot of drama is Doug Kobe. He has lost 3 positions in the last handful of laps, and he does not want to lose any more. He is currently in 11th.
We got a long way to go. Remember, Doug Kobe needs to stay inside the top 14 to win the championship, but here's the trick. We know we'll have a pit stop at some point in time in the race, but Doug Kobe's back in the middle of the pack. When he's coming into his pit stall, chances are somebody could be coming out. You've got to gain track position here. The more positions you gain on the racetrack, the easier it's going to be for you to get on and off the road. And that's what they're thinking about right now. They're not thinking about points. They're not thinking about getting ahead of these guys just because they want to be ahead of them. They're thinking about how they get on and off the lane cleanly and that they're around drivers that aren't going to impede them on the racetrack. It's part of the strategy that this 2 team is trying to employ right now to say, hey, this is what we've got to do to win the championship. Our next goal is to have a good, clean pit stop.
Well, seeing how Summers and Muchacharo got by him, I think the one thing Kobe is thinking about, fresh tires. I think he might need to reload in that number 2 car. Bonsignor getting a challenge from Lutz. As Lutz, when we make a move on the inside, is hanging out of the back bumper like an acupuncture needle. Goes down low. Lutz is serious, but not serious enough that Bonsignor holds him off.
Bonsignor comes across the line here, some 82 laps in, has dominated the race so far. Is well on his way to capturing that bonus point for earning the most laps led here today. But Craig Lutz really wants to be aggressive here. You don't see this very often. You don't see Justin Bonsignor over the past 2 seasons get passed under green. Craig Lutz is trying to turn the tide on that. He is on the attack in turn 2.
And he has an alley underneath Bonsignor if he is quick enough to use it, as they are able to really move their way into turn number 4. And Bonsignor goes very high in the corner to get the momentum, and Lutz is having a lot of difficulty figuring out a way to get by.
Works the bottom off 2, falls back in line. Long traffic has not come into a big factor here today. You would have thought with 40 cars on track, you might have had more lap traffic for the race leaders at Dealer. That hasn't been the case. They've had pretty clear racetrack all day long. Here's Lutz again down to turn number 1. He's got position to the inside of Justin Bonsignor in a bid for the race lead.
He made it close that time before dropping back. He was halfway under the 51 as they are able to blast off the corner. Now moving in is Ron Silk, so we're going to have a three-way fight for the lead. Max Swanson has spent a lot of this race underneath the radar screen, but he has emerged in the top 4 trying to gain ground on Silk.
Swanson's a driver who's got a mission as well for him today. Sitting there in the 4th position. He's trying to finish in the top 5 of the championship points and pack it in for the winner, knowing that they did a good job and had a good campaign this season. But up front, the battle has intensified among the top 3. It's Bonsignor now only about a foot ahead of Craig Lutz. Behind them, it is Ronnie Silk in that 85 machine, quickly closing in. And now here comes Swanson, even closer here as they work their way off turn number 4 and back to the stripe.
Jacoby in 13th. If he loses 2 more positions, he will be out of the comfort zone. So he is going after the back bumper of Joey Mucciacciaro. And right now he's not making any progress. The man who is Justin Bonsignor, he was able to shrug off the threat from Lutz and Ron Silk right there. And Silk, he can conserve that car. He's pretty good at that. Swanson is 4th, and he's opened a pretty big advantage over the 5th place car, Woody Pitcat. 2 brother-in-laws running near each other, Woody Pitcat and Bobby Santos. And Robbie Summers is having one of his best runs of the season. And one of the reasons for the improvement, I think, might have been the addition of Kopchik as crew chief.
Lutz has got a good run this time as he comes up off turn number 4. It was wheel to wheel with Bonsignor getting down into turn number 3. We talked about that lap traffic right ahead. Couldn't come it back there. Here's Lutz again looking inside. Can't do it. Single file on the back straightaway with Ronnie Silk right there in the 85, making it challenging for the top 2.
And Swanson, it continues to be a player in car number 3 as he is trying to move to the back bumper of Silk. A little daylight between the 51 of Bonsignor and Lutz's car. And now Silk, he could be dangerous. So the top 4 lighting off all the sparks here. We are approaching the 100 lap mark. So the second half of the race, and we are waiting for the big pit stop to come. I think everybody will be coming in for a rubber on the next yellow whenever it takes place. Santos able to get around Cole.
I think you're right, Matt. That is going to be the ticket when the next opportunity comes. We'll see everybody down pit lane, but the complexion of the race could change a lot before then because Justin Bonsignor is clicking the laps off very quickly. This could turn into a sprint race, unlike what we've seen in this long green flag run over the past handful of laps. Craig Lutz continuing to try to work the inside lane over Justin Bonsignor. The top 4 now nose to tail through turns 1 and 2. 2 Long Island drivers out front. A guy from Connecticut sits 3rd and a guy from Massachusetts riding there in the 4th spot, trying to lead this way around. Lutz again, using the apron to the bottom, trying to get underneath Bonsignor.
And now, to the outside of Lutz is Silk. So Silk making a charge, and Swanson trying to carve his way to the inside of the 85. Here is Silk. He is plastered to the back bumper of the Lutz car. Every now and then, Lutz makes a serious move on Bonsignor. 3 laps to go before we hit the 50 to go mark. Here is Silk, got a wheel underneath the 46 of Lutz.
You don't win these races, Matt, by making passes on the last lap because you don't know anything about your opponent. Lutz is studying the game right now. He's understanding where Bonsignor is weak. He's understanding where he is strong. He's trying different lanes. He looks high. He looks low. He protects against Ronnie Silk. Figures out where he can get momentum, just like that run. All those things are calculating in the mind of Craig Lutz. He's a crafty young driver, and he's paying attention to everything he can learn from Justin Bonsignor. Not because it matters on lap 99 or lap 100, because it's going to matter on lap 149 when he's got a chance to go around Bonsignor if the race plays out that way.
Now here is do or die time for Lutz. As Lutz, he is able to crackle his way into the lead on lap number 100. Craig Lutz has the lead with 50 to go.
We talk about being a popular driver in no time to crowd here at Thompson Speedway. Many of them hands up in the air, applauding, cheering as they watch Craig Lutz drive by Justin Bonsignor and a clean pass up there in turn 3. We've got a slow car off turn number 4. It's the J.R. Bertuccio number 12 machine that is stopped on the inside of the racetrack in turn number 4. Will he refire? Will it bring out the caution flag? What will happen here? Race leaders making their way around the racetrack. Caution flag is out. And this is going to be that magical moment we've been keeping an eye on. 51 running second, and the 2-car of Doug Kobe deep in the field. The championship could be decided on this round of pit stops. Let's go back down to pit lane and Pete Falcone.
All right, here they come. The race down on the pit road. Craig Lutz is able to pull away and get into his spot. Here is the 85 of Silk right in front of us, and the 51 of Justin Monsignor. Looks like standard stop for most of these guys. Now, Doug Kobe's got to squeeze between these two, and does. He's got to get in out of the way and within his pit box so as to not block anybody else. But again, the service is going on with all of these cars. Monsignor, a quick stop with the work on the right side. Same for Silk right here, a change of tires. He come down, they'll push him off. Monsignor a little slow to get out of his spot, but the 80, he's able to beat the 85 out. As far as the rest of the field, we're going to double check with Dave Barabaugh as he went down to look at some of the cars that were just running outside of the top 3, and he'll give us the report in just a moment.
Well, that was a bad stop a long stop for Craig Lutz as he came out after all of the front runners, and Justin Monsignor is able to get the battle won again on pit road. We'll go to Dave Barabaugh.
Exactly, man. I was right there with the Craig Lutz team. 3-tire change. They were very upset over the way that pit stop went.
Doug Kobe, the best thing for him, he survived that stop. He really wasn't like Monsignor trying to pick up some positions. All he wanted to do is come out pretty much where he was before the stop, and he did, and he came out ahead of Craig Lutz, who was 13th. So that was a disaster for the 46 team. They came in first and came out 13th.
We got a chance to look at it in the replay here that they offer from the TV broadcast, Matt. They dropped a handful of lug nuts in the right front tire changer. They were trying to put them on the studs by hand, and that's what slowed them down. So they had a long stop in the right front, then they had to go around, change the other sides. Craig Lutz losing a lot of track position here. Green flag about set to come back out here. We've got 107 laps on the scoreboard, 43 laps to go. They're back in turn 1.
Ron Silk trying to move into the lead. He does. Clearing the 51, Monsignor, slingshot move, crossover for Monsignor. He is back in the penthouse.
Monsignor knows this is when the championship is won. He's got to get out in front and control the race. He leads back to the line this time by Ronnie Silk, settles back into the second spot, and Matt Swanson is third.
And he is trying to get close to Ron Silk. Santos is fourth. Goodale making a move on Chase Dowling. So here is the Wolverine, Eric Goodale. Not enough energy to track down the 82 of Dowling. Summers, one of his first runs of the year, right behind the 82.
Working the outside lane is Robbie Summers. He was a car that was on and off pit road a lot in the early part of the race. Now that strategy's starting to pay off. He gets by around the outside of Eric Goodale, trying to bring Woody Pitcat right along with him up there in the high groove. Where is Doug Kobe right now? He's in position to win the championship, but he doesn't have a lot of room. He's in 10th at the moment, Matt. Anything can happen in the late stages of these ones, so he is going to try to continue to gain ground and march forward.
Well, his key is really simple. Don't let anybody pass you. Trouble, turn 4. As the car skids around, and a pretty good recovery. It looked like there was going to be pandemonium in turn number 4, and it never developed.
Chuck Oswald, one of the cars involved there off turn number 4. Everybody scampers away. There was a lot of cars slowed to a near stop, but somehow everybody kept moving, but we stay under the green flag. Back to turn 1. Justin Monsignor is the race leader. This time a new challenger there. Ronnie Silk is there.
And Ron Silk has the experience to figure out a way to get by the 51 of Monsignor. Swanson has lost some ground to our front runners. He is third, followed by Santos and Dowling. And Doug Kobe continues to be in the comfort zone for him. He is right behind Salamito in the top 10. And behind Kobe, he's got a pretty good gap separating him and Craig Lutz. But we know Craig Lutz is pretty fast. We'll see if he can catch up to the 2 car.
The question is what Doug Kirby does here. Odd numbers start on the inside, even numbers start on the outside on restarts, and Kirby made it very clear. He wants the bottom in the late stages of the race, so if a problem happens on a restart, he can turn left and he can get out of the way. If you're on the outside lane, you can't do that. You've got nowhere to go. So Kirby is in 10th right now. He wants to get by Salamito and get into an odd number position on the racetrack, so he's going to be in the right spot on the restart. So here he comes off turn number 2, looking to the inside on the back straightaway. Salamito 16 running high in turn 3.
And that opens up room for Kirby underneath him. Let's see what he does when they get to turn number 1. Here is Kirby, and he will lightning bolt his way underneath Salamito. They are dead even. Paper clipped together as they head for the 3rd corner.
Down the back straightaway, wheel to wheel in the battle for the 9th spot. Salamito with a slight edge as they get into the banking. But Kirby is right there with him as Salamito gets a little loose off the turn. Kirby's able to take advantage, nose it out in front, but he can't quite complete the pass in turn 2.
And he does it on the backstretch. So Kirby is in 9th. It is Eric Goodale right in front of him. And the clock thickens at the front of the field between Bonsignor and Ron Silk. As Ron Silk looking for some fight underneath that 51 car. And they have pulled away from Matt Swanson in car number 3.
Ron Silk not afraid to be aggressive with Justin Bonsignor. He wants to win as badly as anybody else. He may have had a 2-win season this year. That's okay. He wants to get a hat trick. He wants 3. He is all over the back bumper of Justin Bonsignor. A lap or 2 ago, he even got into Bonsignor on the back straightaway. Knows that Bonsignor's got a championship on the line. And he's a champion in his own right, but he has still got a job to do, and that's to get that 85 car in victory lane.
You know, Joe, I think it might be a little too early for Silk, as he has one of the best finishing kicks on the tour. So he might be biding his time. 30 laps to go. Bonsignor out in front. He has clinched the award for winning the most laps. So Bonsignor can max out if he gets a win.
Bonsignor is much better in turns 1 and 2 than Ronnie Silk is when they're not working around lap traffic. But you get down to turn 3 and 4, and Ronnie Silk's got a bit of an edge as he works through the center of the turn off. Watch him here. He'll gain on Justin Bonsignor up off the turn and close that gap ever so slightly when they come back down to the stripe. They've got some open track to work with. We'll see if that allows Ronnie Silk to put more pressure back on the 51.
And Swanson continues to run in 3rd. Doug Kirby continues to run in the top 9. And now Goodale going to work against Woody Pitcat down low. And he can't get underneath the 1 car. So Pitcat continues to be a top 7 car. The top 1, Justin Bonsignor. And he has a little bit of a cushion between himself and Ron Silk.
And I think if you're Doug Kirby again, if you can't get 2 passes made and go from 9th to 7th, you're probably going to stay right where you are in 9th, because it's more valuable to be in that odd number of position for him based on his strategy that he dictated at the start of the race. So he backs off a little bit. He rolls behind. Remember that 26 of Gary McDonald? They made contact early in the race with Doug Kirby. He rolls back behind and lets Aaron Goodale and Woody Pitcat fight it out for the position directly ahead, and knows that he's got plenty of pad. He's got 5 positions to the good, and he's also got a lot of clear racetrack in the rearview mirror.
And he has a pretty good margin over Craig Lutz, who is in 10th. So Doug Kirby doesn't want to lay back too much, or he could be passed and wind up in an even number position. But right now, he looks pretty healthy as he gets by one of the slower cars. That is Elwood in the 38. And Doug Kirby, it isn't easy street yet. He still has 22 laps to go. And it is nerve-wracking for Kirby. Up at the front, Bonsignor has about a bit of a cushion by a pitchfork over the 85 of Silk. So if Silk is going to make a move, I still think he is capable of one. And he might be waiting until inside 10 laps to go. That's when Silk usually does his best work.
Silk's a veteran. Been there and done that. Knows how to win at this racetrack and knows what it takes. Very, very smart driver. He's been on his A game all season long, was in the championship hunt until just a few races ago. Wants to spoil the fun from Justin Bonsignor. They'll come back to the line this time by. We'll see 20 laps to go. in the Sunoco 150. We've got more racing action still yet to come. 4 feature events on the docket here today to wrap up the 2019 racing season, but right now all attention is on these drivers, the Whelen Modified Tour, as they wrap up the final 20 laps of their season.
And Ron Silk continues to trail Bonsignor. And when will he get serious? Doug Kirby, he is continuing to have a great run. The man right behind him is Chase Dowling. So Kirby has moved up to 8th. That's an even position. And let's see if he does something about that by going after the combination of Goodale and Summers.
Yeah, Kirby got up to 8th as Chase Dowling was backing up. I don't think he was really going after the position, but Dowling was there for the taking, so he knew he had to take advantage. Now he knows how aggressive he needs to be to make sure he can get into the 7th spot. Already, Eric Goodale's opening up the lane, doing the hard work. That allows Doug Kirby to slide in underneath and try to make a pass on the 64 of Robbie Summers. So here's Kirby now moving up towards 7th if he can complete the pass off turn 4.
Oh, a little bobble by Goodale coming off the 4th corner. He was the offensive guard, and Kirby was the running back to take advantage of the hole that Goodale created. So Kirby in 7th. Remember, he was as far back as 29th before making his charge up to the front. Bonsignor continues to have the same distance lead that he did over Zote that he's had for the last handful of laps. We are coming to 15 laps left in the Whelen Modified Tour season. Justin Bonsignor looking for his 6th win of the year. He will have the most wins this year, but will he have the most points? As long as Doug Kirby stays where he is, it will be Kirby's championship.
Into turn number 3, you've got Justin Bonsignor is battling with some lap traffic here along the way. He's got Chuck Hostel, the veteran driver, right ahead. Still some of the others that they've got to work their way through. Meanwhile, Doug Kirby, it's not over yet. 14 laps is a long way to go. There's a lot of racing right in front of him. He's got to be careful here. They're side by side in front. Woody Pitcock, Aaron Goodale battling for a spot because they want to end their season strong. And Doug Kirby's sitting there right behind, watching it all develop in front.
And with 23 cars on the lead lap, it is by far a done deal for Doug Kirby because we have seen hot twists before. Kirby gets by Wade Cole, the car who is not on the lead lap. And Bonsignor wants to finish his season in victory lane. He has extended his lead over Ron Silk. So Bonsignor getting quicker in car number 51. As now he has plenty of daylight between himself and Silk. One of the stars of the show, Matt Swanson, running in the number 3 position. So car number 3, Old Blue, having a great run. Then it is Bobby Santos in the 36, and rounding out the top 5, Woody Pitcat. Bonsignor getting closer to a season-ending win, and Kirby getting closer to a championship.
Bonsignor has had a banner year. If it wasn't for a couple of DNFs and a rough finish early in the season, Bonsignor would probably be the guy holding the trophy. But this year, Doug Kirby, he had 4 wins, was very successful, didn't have too many bad races, only 2 races where he finished outside the top 10. And that consistency was enough to make up for the fact that Bonsignor was knocking down wins. It was traditionally the faster car on the racetrack all year long, but they look at the entire season, not just one stretch of it. And Justin Bonsignor got a victory in the win column. He had more than Kirby, but as the season winds down with 8 laps to go, it was the beginning of the season that made the difference in the championship chase between Kirby and Bonsignor.
8 laps to go, separating Doug Kirby in championship number 6. Bonsignor stretching things out against Silk. So that number 51 car, no problems, and he has clear racetrack for a while before he gets to John Beatty. So that is good news for Bonsignor, as he is almost in solitary confinement at the front of the field as he is pulled away from Silk and is not close enough to Beatty to cause any worries.
Off the turn they come, this time by 6 laps to go for Justin Bonsignor, looking for win number 6 on the season. To the back straight, he got clear racetrack ahead of him. Shouldn't be too many lap cars he's going to have to deal with before the end of this one. Good solid day for Matt Swanson, riding there in the 3rd spot. Had a pretty good day, quiet, been inside the top 5. He'll finish inside the top 5 of the championship this season. Tip of the cap to that team, and a lot of growth for Matt Swanson as a driver now, another year full-time on tour. It's a good season for him. We see the 36 there. Bobby Santos earning a part-time ride with the team next year. We'll see Dane Zapienza in that car in the 2020 campaign. Had another solid run today. He'll finish inside the top 5 most likely, running 4th here with 3 laps to go.
But the driver with the swagger is Doug Colby, car number 2, as he is getting ready to celebrate. However, it is not a done deal. There are still 3 laps to go in the season. And Silk, he is pretty far back off the pace. So it's Bonsignor. He is a rocket in turn number 3. And Doug Colby, he is ready to claim the winner, the win in the war in turn number 4. 2 champions going to work. Justin Bonsignor at the lead, and Doug Colby in 7th place.
Bonsignor down the back straightaway. No pressure from behind in the form of Ronnie Silk. Guys into turn number 3. White flag is out this time by for Justin Bonsignor. Ryan Stone and the entire team. Ken Massa, Phoenix Communications, put up one heck of a fight here in the 2019 season. We'll have a 6-win season if Bonsignor can make it around this time by and capture the checkered flag. Down into turn number 3 for the final time. Bonsignor works it up through the banking. He'll come off turn number 4, and the Sunoco checker is in the air. Justin Bonsignor wins the Sunoco World Series of Speedway Racing. But here comes Doug Colby off turn number 4 to win his 6th career Whelen Modified Tour champion, becoming
about what good times we had. Every day was a Saturday, 'cause I ain't got a thing to do. Have a good time, that's right. Just won't have a good time all night, that's right. That's right. I got some cold shit on some ice. And all the fellas coming. Gonna drink us a beer tonight. Try to find me a girl or 2. I hope you find me a redhead, 'cause I've never been a one, but I bet it'd be a good time. That's right. Just won't have a good time.